So I went on TikTok. I was like, hey, how do you crush some eggshells up? Like, what is the best and fastest way to do that? So, clicked through a couple of videos. First step was to fill a pot with water, put your eggshells in there, and boil for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna let these get to a boiling point, and then we're going to boil for 10 minutes. Next step, after your eggshells are done boiling, is to drain the egg. So just slowly and gently just dump out the water and just let the eggs, that's a little hot, fall into your strainer. What you're going to do is you're going to take your eggshells and you want to place them on a baking sheet. Does not have to be perfect because we're gonna crush these all up anyway. So I would just, if there's any shells that are stuck together, I would say, if you can't pull them apart, it's not a big deal. Some of these are pretty stuck together. If I try to pull them out from each other, I think the whole shell is going to break. So anyway, this is what you want to do. Keep going until you put all your boiled eggshells onto your baking sheet. All right, so once you've got your eggshells placed on your baking sheet, you'll want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 200 degrees. And we're going to just put these eggs in here to dry for 20 minutes. All right, it's been 20 minutes. We're going to take these out, place them over here, and the next step is to place them into our blender. So I've never used my Ninja blender to blend up some eggshells, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm just, kind of crushing them down a little bit so I can fit some more in there. Yeah, just keep doing this, I guess, till your blender is nice and full. Alright, so I filled the blender cup with all the eggshells in it. I've secured the lid on and have secured it into the actual blender. I guess now's the part we push the button and blend these motherfuckers. Alright, so when that is done, what you want to end up with is a really fine powder. I'll dump it out in a moment, but that's what you want to end up with. Okay, so I have poured my now eggshell powder. So if you can see, that's about as fine as I can get it. It needs to be like a very fine powder. This is good enough. But this is what you want to end up with. It almost feels like sand in a way. And there's a lot of things you can do with this. In the video that I learned this from, she said that she sprinkles this, calcium powder on her food and you can't taste it. I know one thing that we do is we actually mix this back into our chicken feed and feed it back to the chickens, and it gives them some calcium so they get their vitamins that way. I'm not sure I'm going to digest this myself, even though I did boil the eggshells and they got cleaned that way, and then like in the oven they were dried off. So I'm not sure I will be putting this into my food or anything like that, but I will give it back to my chickens. I also know that you can, if you have plants, if you're a plant person, this is great plant food for your plants as well. So yeah, if you are Wondering what to do with your leftover eggshells and don't just want to throw them away? Here you go, guys. Just blend them up into a blender or a food processor until you've got this nice, like, you know, powder going on. And then just look up what you can do with this calcium powder when you're done with it, and see what you can reuse it for, because it is really cool to, you know, be able to see what we can reuse so we don't just, you know, waste all of this. So if you're still here and still watching, I appreciate you. Keep hanging around for more, guys. Until next time, bye.